wrapped up in my sleeping bag, looking out the window at Aaron's house as the sun is beginning to creep over the horizon. And the trees are silhouetted black against the emerging blue sky with the fading stars up in the sky. And I think to myself how much I hate Aaron because he's got it fucking made with this fantastic house of his, this nice little piece of property tucked away out in the backwoods of South Dakota. God, I fucking hate him. I hope he dies. I hope he dies of syphilis. You piece of shit.
We have, yesterday we made history in asshole consulting history. We have another asshole consulting history. Of course, this comes from Rush. I think Rush, one of our regular agents in the field, he is the fastest. I don't think he's human. I don't think he sleeps. I'll get hey, I got a request on this thing, and I'll give him a price quote. And the nanosecond I hit the send button, he's already paid. It's like, I got to do what he wants. But this is the fastest turnaround in all of asshole consulting history. Look, you want to know what makes Cappy a happy boy? Here's a request. Dear Clary, what is your stance on live action film adaptations based off of cartoons? Sincerely, Rush. That's it. There we go. And I say, dude, for that's $23. In part because it was such a short request. And I have a very simple opinion. They're shit. I mean, I'll go into a little bit more. And then he paid. See, if we could all just have Rush as an individual, like, the people, our GDP would be about $8 billion per person because so much more shit would get done. So that was his request. So I did a little bit of research, if you could believe it or not, because the first thing that came to my mind was Cowboy Bebop, the live series. And then they adapted One Piece Pirate. And the Cowboy Bebop one, quite literally, frankly, here's a question for you guys in Hollywood. How much of your products are ruined by the mouth of a 20-something girl? Right, Disney? Snow White, how's that going with that Rachel Zegler gal? Are you glad you're hiring all these women who got opinions that are political and should just be shut the fuck up? And I heard mixed reviews about Cowboy Bebop, the live adaptation. One friend I trust, he says, I liked it. And other people said, nah, it ain't that good. And I'm against it on principle, simply because it means it's selection bias is what it is. Hey, the really cool thing that was a cartoon, comic book, whatever. Let's make that thing into a movie. And not even comic book I can understand, but we've already done film. Its film version was originally a video or was a cartoon. Let's make that live action. It tells me that the people who are in charge of it have no talent, have no creativity, and it's going to suck balls. And usually it does. And here's the research that I did. There's a list. Live action movies based on cartoons. And I was looking through the reviews and, 4.6, 4.4, 4.9. I'm like, oh, well, these are highly rated. I'm used to the Amazon star rating system. On IMDb, it's 10 stars. And it's an alphabetical order. But listen to these. This is a list of cartoons live adapted. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeakle. Are you already cringing? Yeah, because these all have 4.6, 4.4, 4.9. The Last Airbender, 4.0. Ben 10, Race Against Time, 4.2. Ben 10, Alien Swarm, 4.6. Bratz, 3.1. The Cat in the Hat, 4.1. Dennis the Menace, 4.4. Dennis the Menace. None of these, they're all mid-fours. All mid-fours. I think the only one on the list that went above a 5 was a couple of the Transformer movies. Like, oh, yeah, those are popular. Dennis the Menace, A Fairly Odd Movie, A Fairly Odd Christmas, A Fairly Odd Summer, Fat Albert, The Flintstones, Viva Rock Vegas, G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, 5.7, G.I. Joe Retaliation, 5.7, George of the Jungle, George of the Jungle, right? Do you that thing in your head going on? Oh, all the moaning and the groaning. Yeah, talentless hacks, dude. Hollywood, the days of the creative people who actually were creative and worked hard and were willing to take an idea, they had a vision, and they were willing to put a lot of effort into this thing up in their head that they can only see in their mind, can't even see with their eyes, to make it what they wanted to see. And then we were like, oh, what a work of beauty or originality. That's gone. If you were doing cartoon adaptations, I'm sorry, if you were doing live adaptations of cartoons, you have no skill. No skill whatsoever. I know things like The Lion King, Disney had some financial success with that, and that's fine, but that's the exception, not the rule. I'm just going through this. Gem and the Holograms, Josie and the Pussycats, Max Steel, Masters of the Universe, Mr. Magoo, Popeye, 1980. All right. Boris and Natasha, Dudley Do Right, The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo 2. None of these. None of these. Here, Christopher Robin, 2018, 7.2. The Smurfs. God, Jesus. I I am so happy to see Hollywood and by extension the video game industry just lose their fucking pants. I'm so happy to see you guys lose all this money and no one's watching your shit. No one's playing your shit. It was already a lot of these go back to the aughts, right? 2008, 2004. They were shit back then, and now you're throwing politics on top of it. Here, Transformers 7.1, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen 6.0, Transformers The Dark Moon 6.2, Transformers. How many? Good Lord, there's 5 or 6 of them. Underdog, Vicky and the Treasure of the Gods, Woody Woodpecker, Yogi Bear. Now, interestingly enough, you don't see I didn't see any anime on that. Maybe this is just all American ones, but they're shit. They're shit. You ran out of ideas. You ain't got that much of a budget. You're just going off of the brand name and nostalgia bait, and it shows. I'm trying to think of something. What would that be like in the real world? Where I don't know if this would happen, but somebody made a great burger and then you license it, and then some inferior chef or someone who doesn't even know how to be an actual chef, they just follow the instructions and the ingredients, but it lacks that touch, that originality the original person came up with to create that amazing burger. Like it lacks the 7 herbs and spices. And it just, I mean, have you guys seen an ad? Oh, what do you guys think? Comment, like, and subscribe. No, I mean, honestly, have you guys have you seen a live action adaptation? It's like, oh my God, that was great. That was awesome. The Smurfs? I also got to imagine the whole idea of cartoons is that they're cartoons, that you couldn't do those things in live action. I guess with CGI, you could do anything you want now. But with cartoons, that's it's specific to that. Only a certain type of story, action. It has to be a cartoon. And oh, I know. I mean, tell me you're an NBA dude bro with a small dick and a small brain without telling me you're an NBA dude bro with a small dick and a small brain. Like, bro, people like Woody Woodpecker, bro. Let's turn that into a movie, bro. So yeah, I don't know. When I see a live adaptation, I'm just like, oh no, just it gets me in the gut. It'd be no different than we're turning it into a musical. All right, Broadway. Fuck it. Never going to Broadway. When you want to go see a Broadway play? No, that's like your C or D list team of wannabe theater kid. Like, yeah, okay, you failed. You just fucking failed. You don't on it. No, you don't understand. Nobody likes your shit. Shut the fuck up and stay on that street. And just fucking be there, man. Just shut the fuck up and be there and have your little Hamlet. Yeah, it's never. I remember I had to go to a play, and it was over 10 years ago. I've never been to a play since. I'm like, well, we're not doing that again. The GF wanted to go to the Black Hills Playhouse. This is before we even lived out in the area. And it's there. I'm not against plays, by the way. I'm not against, if it's originally written to be a musical or a play. Okay, I could see that, like what was good? McClintock is the Western adaptation of it. And it's a very good Western adaptation. Not My Fair Lady. Taming of the Shrew. Okay, if it's written for theater, I could see that. All right, it's a play. I got it. But they did You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. Oh my God. Whoever wrote that play, just God, and the songs, whoever wrote the songs, you guys should be, there's a special place in hell. Reserved for PDF files and people who talk in the theater. And the people who made You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, the play. What the fuck was that? And we went there, and even the GF, it wasn't even that the actors did a bad job. It's horrible. The play itself is horrible. And the GF is like, oh shit, the one chance I get him to maybe parlay into going to another play, it's over. He's never going to another play again. You're like, you goddamn right. Never going to a play again. All these special needs adults playing make-believe that they're actual actors in theater. Well, they are theater people. Happiness is farting and flowers. To this day, I got that damn song in my head. Oh, it was horrible. And I think that's live adaptation of cartoons. It's just no. Duplos are not Legos. They're not. Mm-mm. I'm trying to think. The Whopper is not a Big Mac. It is not. It is not. And Cowboy Bebop, the live adaptation with Mouthy Girl Who Cost You Everything, is not Cowboy Bebop. I should do an analysis on you know what what might stand a shot. Before let me complete my original thought. I should do an analysis of what mouthy, arrogant 20-something actresses have cost studios with their stupid fucking mouths. But aside from that, there's one if you had good people, creative people working on it, you might get me to go watch a live adaptation of Samurai Jack, because it's a samurai. It's already action. It's like he's a cool character. Samurai Jack, I might go watch. But Johnny Bravo, what are you going to do with Johnny Bravo with all of his antics and slapstick and getting punched by girls, and he does 3 flips in the air? How are you going to replicate that it just doesn't look. Samurai Jack, though, was a quasi-serious cartoon, so you might get that, maybe. But no, we're going to get Alvin and the Chickmunks, the Squeakquel. You see what they did there? See how funny that was? That's the level of intelligence and humor going into that movie, my fine good sirs. All right, we got any super chats? We got no super chats. That's it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.